Hey everyone, Michael O'Brien here, just chillaxing at Disneyland here in Anaheim, California, and I thought that it would be fun to kind of do a What's the Crack episode, just basically talking about the latest news and gossip in the magic community. In today's episode, I just wanted to catch you guys up on what I'm doing. There's also a little bit of drama with a good friend of mine, Craic. Of course, there's drama with Craic, right? Sometimes you love the guy, you hate the guy, it doesn't matter, but it seems that drama kind of tends to follow him around in a lot of places. We'll discuss that a little bit more in detail as well. And also going to talk about, what was the other thing I wanted to talk about? I wanted to talk about the Disneyland Magic Shop as well, because they're going to be doing some changes and stuff here at the Disneyland Magic Shop. For those of you who don't know, now owned by Vanishing Inc. So we're going to be doing a little bit of a renovation, and I just wanted to kind of chat about what's been going on with the Disneyland Magic Shop over the last few months and all of that good stuff. So before I do that, I just wanted to let you guys know that I still have the Mob Squad membership open. So if you guys want to join for $5 a month, it really helps support the channel. You can join for $1 a month as well if you just want to support. $5 a month to get you access to the tutorial playlist and all that stuff. And then for $100 a month, you get one-on-one access with me, where I can do a Zoom session with you or phone consultations to kind of help you out with whatever it is that you need help with. But yeah, so hi Weston. I see the Westons in here. A few of you guys are also in here. Feel free to say hello. Whatever you guys want to talk about, leave a comment in the comment section here. I'll be going through that. I'll answer some of your questions and all that stuff. But first thing is first, I would like to chat about what I'm up to. So I've been working a lot recently on the YuGiOh card project. It's going to be titled It's Time to Duel. So if you've not heard of this, basically all it is it's a magic project using real authentic cards from the YuGiOh trading card game. And I'm going to be teaching some of my favorite ideas using YuGiOh cards. Some of these ideas are things that I've come up with myself. Other ideas are things created by other fellow duelists and fellow magicians around the world that have kind of put some of their own ideas together as well. Some of that stuff got included on the project. The project itself still is not complete yet. I need to film all of the performances. Luckily, I was able to get permission from the local card store to go in there and film. So probably this weekend, I'm going to have all of that footage filmed. Once everything is all edited together and all of that stuff, this will go available on pre-sale. I'm hoping the tentative date for It's Time to Duel for pre-sale is March 1st. So hopefully that goes live very soon. But yeah, so that's what I've been kind of working on. I've also been, working along in the magic shop here at Disneyland. We'll talk about the magic shop in a little while. What I wanted to talk about before that, though, and kind of the main reason why I wanted to hop on here, is this new effect that just came out, is released by Murphy's Magic, called EDCeight by Craic. And basically, at its heart, it is a mind reading effect where you have someone pick any item off of one of multiple receipts, and then you're instantly able to tell them exactly which item it is that they're thinking of. So it's not necessarily a brand new concept in the magic world, but the thing that I really like about this a lot, and what Craic has done, and Craic does this in pretty much all of his projects, is he brings new ideas and ways of using this to the table. And from what I understand with EDCeight, I haven't purchased it yet, I haven't seen the tutorial yet, but what I understand from EDCeight is that it introduces a kind of new concept to this classic binary system, this kind of math-based algorithmic system, which is the driving engine behind the method. Basically, it's what allows you to know which item the spectator is thinking of. And without getting into too much of it, I really recommend you guys go to Magic TV. That's Craic Petty's YouTube channel. Craic does a full breakdown of kind of the drama that's going on. And long story short, basically, Craic has found himself in this situation where someone is claiming that he ripped off their idea. And for those of you not familiar with Red, which is a product that Craic Petty put out over 10 years ago now. Basically, red was an effect that he put out that used an identical method to another product that was on the market. And Craic, you know, for whatever reason, he wasn't aware of it. Maybe he didn't do his best due diligence or whatever. But what ended up happening was once it was brought to his attention, he immediately pulled all of the product off of the shelves, and he did his best to kind of do right by the original creator of the effect that that it was very similar to. And the magic community kind of came down on him like a ton of bricks. And a situation with EDCeight now has arisen where another creator is accusing Craic of ripping him off. Now the difference this time around is that Craic came with receipts. See what I did there? Craic came with receipts, and he basically walked through why his product was different. And basically this other person who has not been named yet, I think a lot of us already know who it is, but the name hasn't been given yet, so I'm not going to say the name in this video. Basically showing where this person was wrong. So I highly encourage you guys to go watch that video. It's about 45 minutes long, but Craic does a really good job of basically pleading his case. And I may be biased. I'm good friends with Craic Petty, and I know that Craic does some good work. Like I said at the beginning, you might love him, you might hate him, but there's one thing that you can't deny is that Craic has a huge passion for magic. So in defense of Craic Petty, I think you guys should go check out his video. He does a really good job. See, we got a few people in here. The anime kid is Daniel. What's up, Daniel? Weston Dean says, will it be a series of videos? You're talking about the YuGiOh project. So the way the YuGiOh project is going to break down is basically I'm going to teach 6 full routines all ready to go. I'm also going to provide you with the cards that you need to do those routines. Now, they're real YuGiOh cards. So you can buy this as a digital-only product if you already own your own YuGiOh cards at home, and you can just kind of do this with your own cards. Or you can buy the set from me, and I'm going to give you a booster pack with, I think it's 12 YuGiOh cards that you need to be able to do the tricks that are included in there. And then all the instructions on how to do that and everything like that. If you have no YuGiOh cards at all and you still want to put together a 40-card deck to be able to go out and do these tricks, I also put together a starter pack that has extra cards in it so you can kind of build your own deck. You've got some holographic cards in there and stuff, so you can start putting your deck together and all of that. But the way that the tutorial itself breaks down is there's going to be 6 main routines that you're going to learn with the cards, and then a ton of bonus content on top of that. So kind of in the same way that Craic likes to do, I'm trying my best to give as much you know, bang for your buck, so to speak, with as much content as possible on there. So you guys have things that you can choose from. Some people might love the 6 main effects that are taught in there. Some people might prefer to take the bits and pieces from the bonus materials and kind of weave it through their effects, their performances, their routines. Some of the ideas that are going to be in the bonus material are methods that I do not own the rights or the permission to teach. So I won't teach the methods maybe, but I might show you how you can use the YuGiOh cards along with other methods. So for example, off the top of my head, there's a trick on the market called Stand Up Monty by Garrett Thomas, which a lot of you probably already know. And basically I teach a version of that routine, a method that I came up with, using Dark Magician and the Magical Hats. So it's kind of this 3-shell game, 3-card Monty kind of presentation, which if you already are performing Garrett Thomas's routine and you love the method there and you don't want to change anything, maybe you just take the YuGiOh cards and you do this YuGiOh card presentation using Garrett Thomas's effect, right? So obviously I'm not going to teach you how to do Garrett Thomas's effect on the project. Another idea is using the toxic force. On the bottom of the YuGiOh card is a serial number. Every YuGiOh card has a serial number. So maybe using a toxic force, and if you have a Turner watch or some kind of gimmick that forces a time on a clock, using those 2 methods together, you have a dual prediction using the Time Wizard card from the YuGiOh card game. So Obviously, I can't teach those methods, but those are just a couple of ideas that you can do using other tricks that you might already know with this Yu-Gi-Oh card theme on it. So some of the bonus material is going to be like that. Other bonus ideas are going to be original methods that I came up with. Maybe they just didn't fit well in the main tutorial section, or maybe the cards that you need to be able to do them. For example, one of the cards uses the 5 pieces of Exodia. I didn't want to include the 5 pieces of Exodia with the main set because that is going to make the project be like a $200 project, and I just didn't want to do that, right? So instead, what you could do is you could buy the 5 pieces of Exodia separately on your own, or you can go to my website, and I'm going to have, you know, expansion sets there. The Exodia expansion set is one of them, where you can buy these extra cards, and then you can do the tricks that I'm going to teach in the bonus section with those extra cards. But what I really wanted to do was I wanted to put this project together, and I didn't want to teach a bunch of tricks that you guys could not do right away with the cards that I provided you with. So the main 6 routines that are taught in there are going to feature the cards in the set that I give you when you buy the trick. So that's the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Let me see who else is in here. Weston says, unfortunately, coming down like a ton of bricks happens in every clique or community I know. Yeah, and the thing with Craic too is Craic is a very outspoken individual. He speaks his mind. He doesn't pull punches. He doesn't hold back. So the problem with Craic is he comes off to a lot of people as arrogant or as a know-it-all or whatever, right? Or as a bully. Some people even said he's a bully. He's not everyone's cup of tea, that's for sure. But if I know Craic, and I do know him pretty well, one thing that I can honestly say is he does have a huge passion for magic. And once you get to know him and you get past the screaming and yelling, which is another reason why he doesn't do his magic rant videos really anymore. He kind of does. He kind of does the rants, but not really. He does them in a different way now. He used to get super upset and yell and scream and effing and blinding, as he would say in the videos. But he doesn't really do that anymore. So yeah, like I said, Craic kind of got this reputation of kind of being like that, and with the whole red situation and everything. And so now with this EDCeight thing, which by the way is my favorite name for a magic trick on the market ever, because it's EDCeight, right? Like EDC, like everyday carry receipt, but the name deceit is in the title. I don't know. I just think that name is so clever. But with this EDCeight situation, I don't think Craic is being treated very fairly at all. So feel free to reserve your judgment. I know I'm kind of biased because, like I said, I'm good friends with Craic. But go watch that video. I will put a link to it in this video after the live is finished and you guys want to rewatch it again. I'll put a link there for you so you guys can go watch that. The last thing that I wanted to talk about rhymes with receipt, sounds like EDC, and uses the word deceit. Very clever. Yeah, no, I agree, Weston. So the last thing that I kind of wanted to talk about in this video, and then, you know, whoever's in here, feel free to ask questions or not. I figured we'll do like a kind of Q&A at the end. But the last thing that I wanted to talk about is the Disneyland Magic Shop. So for those of you who have not heard, Vanishing Ink purchased the Houdini Magic Chain, which staffs the Magic Shop here at Disneyland and the Magic Shop on Pier 39 in San Francisco. So there's a little bit of confusion, I think, so I kind of wanted to go back and answer a couple of your questions, as well as talk about some of the future of the shop, right? So just to kind of go back and answer some of your questions, some people are confused what Vanishing Ink means when they say they purchased Houdinis, but they manage the shop. So Vanishing Ink did not purchase the physical storefront locations. What they purchased is the Houdini Magic brand, as well as all of the Houdini Magic licensed products. Now, what came with that were the contracts from Pier 39 and Disneyland, where the brick and mortar locations are. So Vanishing Ink doesn't actually own the Disneyland Magic Shop. It's more like a situation where they lease the space So Vanishing Ink is a tenant in one of the brick and mortar stores here on Main Street at Disneyland and at Pier 39 in San Francisco. So I hope that kind of clears up any of that confusion. A lot of the Houdini Magic products have been rebranded, and although they're not available right now on Vanishing Ink's website, they are available for purchase in the Disneyland Magic Shop and the Pier 39 location in San Francisco. So you got like the UFO card. That's our most popular seller. I think I still have it hooked up right now, actually. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. I'm using a Charizard card, right? But the UFO card, for those not aware, that's the one where you make the card levitate, right? Give it a toss, it'll spin like a helicopter in this wind especially. But there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with it. That's the Houdini Magic #1 seller, and that's still to this day our #1 seller at the Disneyland Magic Shop. So really cool trick. Like I said, not sure if it's available yet on the Vanishing Ink Magic website. Don't know exactly when that will be available, or if it might be an exclusive product. I'm not 100% sure yet. But right now, Vanishing Ink is in the product of kind of converting all of the old Houdini Magic products, taking the tutorials, kind of tossing them out, redoing the tutorials for them and everything, repackaging everything up, and then reselling it as the Vanishing Ink branded version of these effects. There's also going to be a renovation done in the store. The actual storefront itself is going to get a nice overhaul. They've already begun doing that, I believe, at the Pier 39 location. But the Disneyland location, they say within the next few months they're going to be doing that. So they're going to be kind of cleaning up the shop. Now, I don't know exactly what they're going to be doing. They haven't told us the specifics of it. But what I do know is that they're going to be redesigning the display cases and everything. They're going to be touching up all of the stuff that needs touch up and love and paint, and things that are just dirty or falling apart are going to be touched up. So they're going to be doing that. And then we're going to be getting new products. Again, what those new products are, not 100% sure yet, but they'll be putting some new products in the Magic Shop as well. So for those of you who have been into the Disneyland Magic Shop before the buyout, feel free to come on in now. We do got some new stuff. We have some of the old classic stuff as well, but we do have some newer stuff too, some Vanishing Ink specific stuff. So like, for example, eye drop is a really popular one. Socks. We have Bear, the one where you reveal the message on your arm. We have Money Morphosis and Candy Morph, right? So these are some of the popular Vanishing Ink product that we sell in there. We also have books too. So we have The Boy Who Cried Magic by Andy Gladwin. We have the Parlor Tricks by Morgan and West. We have Calculated Thoughts. Forgive me, I'm blanking off the top of my head who put out Calculated Thoughts. That's the mentalism book. So we do have some cool stuff in the shop. If you're a working magician and you want to come in and you want to say hi, you want to session a little bit with us, feel free to come on in and say hi. I'm usually here in the mornings on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, sometimes Thursdays. But feel free to come on in and say hello. Usually in the morning time is the best time to come in if you guys want to come in and say hi. It gets really busy in the evening, in the afternoon. But yeah, so some fun stuff going on in the world of the Disneyland Magic Shop. Some really exciting stuff going on in Craic Betty's world right now with EDCeight. I highly recommend you guys check out the trailer for EDCeight too, because it looks really cool. I do plan to get a review copy of that at some point and review it here on this channel. But for now, I'm just going based on what Craig has said, as well as what I've heard other people that are in the know, that are featured on the EDCeight project have said. And long story short, this person that's accusing Craig of ripping him off doesn't really have a leg to stand on, from what I can tell. And then on top of that, like I said, the YuGiOh card stuff. So feel free to come on in, say hello. There's the Mark Twain passing behind me here. And maybe one of these days I'll go on the Mark Twain and I'll do one of these videos. But yeah, so a lot of fun, cool stuff. Let's see who's in here now. If anyone is saying anything in here. Weston says, next time I go to Disneyland, I'm going to the Magic Shop first. Yeah, come on in and say hi. Do I have any last minute questions from any of you guys before I take off here? We're about 20 minutes into the video, and I think I've gotten everything out that I wanted to talk about for this project. But yeah, do I have any questions, comments, concerns from the peanut gallery? Otherwise, I'll let you guys go. What do you think? Mark Twain Riverboat looks cool, huh? If you guys want to catch the crowds at Disneyland right now, now is the time to come because it's looking really nice. It's not very busy at all right now. Now is definitely the time to come if you want to swing by Disneyland. Anything? Nothing? No? All right, guys. I'll catch you next time. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, if you want to support, it's only $1 a month to be a supporter. For $5 a month, you access the tutorials playlist. You learn all my cool tutorial stuff. The YuGiOh card project will be part of that, by the way. And for $100 a month, you get access to me as well. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for stopping in. Peace.